wants to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got the back over the middle.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or a tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Looking downfield on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a third and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Uncorks it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
They feed him again. Oh, he's got some space. 10. Touchdown, Louisiana. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field, gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Quick completion on the out route. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, turning it on! And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
All wideouts, no backs. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Looking for the time with the extra point. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it, and the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route, great result because of it.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Raging Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged out of the air. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Direct snap. And some room to work. Got enough for the first. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Back has it. Got a little space. On his feet at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And the Raging Cajuns with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ramsauer. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Minnesota! Extra point here will tie the game. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
The Raging Cajuns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Raging Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Raging Cajuns will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man on the right. That's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
From inside his own 15, looking for room.
The return
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Good timing on the quick out. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He wants to go deep. Snags it inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get conservative. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Look out, he's got room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
21, Minnesota, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is a type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right?
Turning it on! He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Minnesota! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Running into the open space. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Raging Cajuns want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And it's aggressive, right? You're in your own territory, going for it on fourth down, and it can be scary to think about if you don't get it. You set them up with good field position. But I like trusting your offense, knowing you can go out there and get the first down.
The Raging Cajuns are on the move. Here's the handoff. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Raging Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Working that left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Raging Cajuns will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Intercepted deep in his own end. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That penalty moves the ball into the red zone. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Power football with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Inside the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Complete. Touchdown, Golden Gopher! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point is good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He steps out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Nice work there by the return team. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, a new set of downs.
Using the quick game. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And the Raging Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Raging Cajuns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
And the Raging Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Well, one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the 4th quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
The Raging Cajuns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Lose a yard on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game. I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, back gets to give. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Makes the grab. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Running back searching for a hole. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds a little space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the back. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Here we go.
Direct snap. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. To the 10. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team, you get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's #2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And that is how we will wrap this one up.